Hello and welcome, Storm here, and we're back with more Harvestella. I'm gonna go ahead and start transitioning right on over into the game. I have done a number of things in between the streams. I've gone and completed a number of these, which aren't super important. I don't think I've gotten
See you later.
anything of particular note. The biggest things that I've managed to do, I have caught not one, not two, but 3 of the rare fish. And all of these can be caught within the season of autumn. The Aurelian and the Monotaimen can both be caught at this fishing spot over here. As for the Twilight Cherry Salmon, it can be caught anywheres where you can catch a cherry salmon. In other words, Nemea. And I'm just realizing that I can just use the little teleporter over here or the monolite to get to where I'm going much quicker. Ooh, are these ready for harvest? No, they're not, darn it. I was debating on whether I wanted to wait until after those lantern pumpkins had finished growing before I started doing more stuff, but I got so excited with having managed to do a bunch of stuff, so I wanted to go and get back to this. I don't remember. Wait, no, I do remember where the cardinal goldfish is from. That's from the well during Quietus. Big catch, tempura bowl, and 5,000 gorilla. Fishing knowledge level 3 and 5,000 gorilla. Fishing knowledge level 3 will make it easier for me to catch the remaining rare fish. Seafood pho recipe. Is that how I say it? How you're supposed to say that? I do not know. I did a number of things off stream just simply so that there was a bunch of stuff that I didn't need to worry about. Mainly, I was trying to make sure that I went and caught all of the rare fish that I needed to in this month. There's not really anything else that I need to worry about as far as I know. I stocked up on a bunch of different foods so that we can see some of the different character things while we're going through the Castle of Illusion. That is going to be the focus for what I try and do, of just now progressing through the castle for the foreseeable future. I might go and do like some more stuff with the characters on the 14th because that's Valentine's Day, and we can go do character stuff on Valentine's Day if I stream on that. I don't know when the 14th is. I haven't actually... My sense of days of the week is basically gone. And if I didn't have an alarm set to remind me to stream on Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays, the streams would just happen whenever I was thinking of it. It's been acting kind of weird. Sorry for sending this letter out of the blue, but did something happen to Braca recently? He's not filled with his usual vim and vigor is all. You're his pal, ain't ya? Why don't you come and see what's got him all down in the dumps? We can do that. My dearly beloved. Hi? Is there... I've grown quite accustomed sending you these letters. I never would have believed we would spend this much time together when we first met. I'm continuing on as an inventor, just like Fiasola. I will pave a path for our next generation and for the children of the next. And with you at my side every step of the way, let us walk this road to the future together. Okay, Hein. I have found my rays of sunshine from Stina. I've walked the road to where I am today totally alone. I always thought that's how I'd continue, but I was wrong. The world is a much warmer place than I thought. Omen, you helped me to reach this point and come to this realization. For that, I am extremely grateful. I'm truly glad I met you. And provisions. Ah, the mayor knows what I'm thinking. I just bought some Snowcat Mekons off stream so that I could go and get those start growing.
Good morning.
Oh, I did go and throw this down over here. I also went and got the accessory synthesis jar set up, and I have synthesized some accessories already. And one of the things we have is this fancy magic swordsman ring, which gives me plus 16 physical attack and plus 10 magic attack. And right now I'm using this fancy dexterity ring to go and get the different experience for the jobs. And thinking of that, what are my currently assigned jobs? Mechanic, Mage, and Skylancer. So I'm not trying to max... Okay, I am actually kind of trying to max out the Skylancer, but for a lot of these, I'm not trying to max them out. I don't remember when the last time I actually specifically talked about jobs is, so I'm going to take a moment to talk about that, since that's one of the things that I'm working more heavily on. So I'm not currently going and trying to get every single node. I will probably do that once we get to the next area and I have more strong enemies again, because right now I'm currently level 48 and the current enemies aren't giving a super large amount of points for leveling jobs up anymore. But I'm going to go back on the topic that I was originally going to go think about and say. So part of the reasons why I'm currently going through the different jobs and trying to make use of that ring is these little nodes right here that have... Just tried to point to the screen. That doesn't help any. I don't have any special cursors. Well, in this case, I guess the break damage one is kind of a better... It glows a bit more, but it's not super obvious, I don't think. But the ones like this enhanced break damage that have this particular board around them, once you unlock those are shared between all of your different jobs, no matter what one you're doing. So it is worthwhile to try and go and unlock those when you can. Right now, one of my goals for basically everything except for Skylancer is to just go and unlock all of those. There is one in all of them for the second tier, and then one in all of them for the third tier, as far as I can recall. I do not believe any of them have one in the first tier, but I might be incorrect about that. And the Echo Stones for the Fighter and the Mage, I honestly do not know where they... Well, I should say I don't remember where they are, because I think I might have got them in the past, but I'm not 100% certain. But I think that's about enough for... Let's go throw the provisions from there in the box real quick. Oh, that's the other thing I got off screen. I upgraded the backpack, so we have another row of stuff. And how much money do I have? 17,000 gorilla? Before we head to the castle, let's stop and...
See you later.
Let's stop and see if I can actually upgrade the backpack again. But I'm excited to get back to streaming. I'm doing a whole bunch of recording for various things, and I don't know when any of those will be available, so oh dear goodness, I'm having trouble thinking of words to speak just because I'm so excited to actually do another stream. But I have to be... Oh dear goodness, I'm stuck in a loop. I'm happy to be back streaming, and I'm trying to make sure that I press more on this. And I have been thinking about trying to go and get back to doing some of the other games that we're behind on. I honestly don't know when I'm actually going to get back to any of those. I was thinking of trying to get back to doing some more Scarlet Nexus maybe, but I haven't 100% committed to anything like that for actual plans. Oh, this reminds me, I now have the special like ultimate attack for this for the Sky Lancer, so I'm gonna show that off once I can remember. And we actually have that thing over there, so I might go and try and use it against it. Ow, as it goes and rips and tears through my health pool. Let's go get that. Okay, so we've got this Arbiter here. Let's get close to it, and that is still probably my favorite ultimate attack out of anything in this game. Do we have anything that removes poison? No, we do not. That is unfortunate. I was really hoping that we might have a healing item that removes poison. And what the heck is this stupid Arbiter weak against? Is it weak against anything I have? Ow, that was a lot of health damage to me. I don't think it's actually weak to anything that I personally can inflict on it. But we're gonna go and defeat it. Below 50 enemies, not a threat to us anymore. I say that, and if I go and try to fight that thing in the cave, I'm probably gonna get my butt handed to me. Ooh, fancy exorcism ring. Wait, I don't have a good way to check and see what that actually does. Ooh, but we got a lot of job points from that, so I can go and throw points into various things. For mechanic, what I'm going to do for mechanic is get the triple break, because I have to start with one of these two. I'm going to get the triple break, get rising impact, and I'm going to work towards that break fill gauge passive. But I'm okay. Huh. This room is not what I was expecting.
That enemy needs to be on another level. We're better off avoiding it.
You okay there, Arbiter? You really just, like, watched me run over and steal that. I was like, it's not worth the time. This one too. Just like, it's not worth the time. They're going, we saw what you did to our friend in that other room. We're not picking a fight with you. Oh, I actually do have to pick a fight with this one though, because it's not going to let me just go through the door while it's standing there.
Let's get this over.
All right. So attacking this one didn't make the other two aggro on me, did it? Because I wouldn't put it past the game to do something like that. Oh, yeah, I see movement on the minimap. They are slowly making their way towards me. Though it looks like they are resetting, so that's good. They can't move too far away from their set positions, so I just have to worry about this one here and not its friends, which is very good for me. Unfortunately, fighting the different fears is making me consume way more consumables than I was really planning for. We can go screw with this. Looks like we'll activate something. Device swap. Yep, we're gonna touch it. What's the worst that could happen? Light starts burning beneath your feet. Oh! It healed me. Huh. How nice of it. Didn't heal the poison though. Ugh. Must have to pay extra for that. So we have both the Fear and the Juggernaut in this room. That's an annoying combo. Ooh, almost got struck by that. That would have been... Actually, you know what? I don't actually know that that would have been all that bad. Just simply because not super huge threats. We're just gonna go ow. Rude, but we're just gonna go right by it instead of picking a fight. Got something over there that I probably want to go and mess around with. But first, we are going to go ahead and unlock this door. I'm taking a stock of what I have for my current actual like resources, so that I don't go and do anything too foolish. And of course, the ultimate attack for this just is a massive AoE, so I can get a lot of enemies all at one time. And I'm not moving. Did I get stuck on something? Or did I get hit with the status effect? I can see. I got hit with the status effect now that I think about it.
Looks to be on another level. We're better
I've
off avoiding it.
gone through almost all of the little drinks that I had prepared that I was expecting to last the entire episode. And instead, I've gone through them like less than half of the time that I was planning to set aside for streaming today. Oh. Well, that's how things go, I guess. No plan is perfect. Ooh, you gave me a waterproof ring. That doesn't feel worthwhile for that amount of effort. I should go and use the item so that I don't die. Oh, thinking about it, I should have waited until I got back to here and consumed something at the Modus. Oh well. Why? I see there's stuff down here and then there's stuff up there. Is it just simply so I don't have to spend like a few extra seconds climbing that? Whatever.
Let the battle commence.
Oh, we missed one. I'm just so super happy that I got the final thing for that because it's such a nice thing to actually go and use, and it helps with clearing so very much. Oh, we've got a friend here, huh? Well, you're really not that big of a threat anymore. Oh, I should step out of the way of that. Just because I don't consider you a threat doesn't mean that you aren't one. That could be very bad for my health otherwise. And I have a thing there that requires a level 2 repair. I'll have to try and remember that. Okay, come on, Juggernaut, go down. Can I still take damage after dying? Yeah, I can't. I was kind of curious about that for just the briefest of moments, which goes to say something about my level of self-preservation. I'm just gonna stand here. What's the worst that could happen? Very many things. Oh, luckily I didn't die. And we have a new modus. Genesis Core modus. We're already here? We're... Huh. This is not where I was thinking we were going to be this quickly. I was expecting this to honestly take about another 20 minutes. Huh. Well, I guess I am making good progress. Is there any of these that don't restore a metric ton of health? You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and consume the mapo tofu because 1, it looks delicious, and 2, I want to see what the conversation is. Aha, I see. So including spices this way works too. Do you have an interest in cooking, Arya? I think so. Oh, I'm gonna be honest. Arya strikes me as the kind of person who can burn a salad. Not wrong. Cooking is the one area I don't excel in. Even when I follow a recipe, it never turns out right. I even treat it like it's an experiment. You know, all sorts of trial and error, but it always ends up a disaster. I'm sorry to hear that. My mom's cooking was always good. She made all kinds of meal for me when I was growing up. She could draw the best out of any dish. It's just the right amount of broth and the lightest seasoning. She said they were all regional dishes from her home country. You did not inherit your mother's penchant for cooking? Nope. I inherited more from my dad. I made this one sloppy meal using junk food I found. I just want something easy that tasted remotely decent. That sounds like it would be bad for your health. It was. But for some reason, it really took off in my family, or in my facility. People loved it. They ended up calling it the Arya surprise, because you never knew what I'd put in it each time. I'm not going to be playing freaking surprise meals. I'd very much like to know what I'm going to get in my meal, I'll be honest. Oh. Like, it's one thing to try new dishes and not know what you're expecting. It's another to intentionally try a dish that is going to be, like, 100% random every time. Right? I didn't much appreciate them attaching my name to it. What kind of dish was it? I'd hardly call it a dish. I just took whatever tasty junk I had on hand and mashed it all together. It's embarrassing talking about that sloven side of my persona, now that I think about it. I don't want to ruin this meal with talks about my horrendous cooking, so let's forget I said anything.
Have you finished replenishing?
So with that, we got a bunch of buffs as well for this upcoming fight. So I'm going to assume there's a fight. If there isn't, well then I planned poorly. Because I've planned for a fight. Nice. Well, if it isn't Dianthus, what is this about? I don't believe you have any reason to be here. We've come to stop you. Oh? You ignorant Abel believe you have what it takes. It's just like you said, right? By destroying the sea's light, you'll wipe out all life on this planet. I won't let you do it. Please don't hurt my friends anymore. You are not worthy of your lives. Not that it matters. You are already too late. What? Flashing red lights. That's only good half the time. I don't think this is good. The good time. Ubicaya Apoptosis code engaged. It is predicted that destruction of the sea's light will cause a calamitous natural disaster. Immediate evacuation of all Seth to the orbital cradle is advised. I repeat. Yep, we're gonna die, so the flashing red lights are bad for us and not bad for our enemies. What have you done? Do you truly wish to force the cellular death of the star? Cellular death. That sounds particularly horrendous. Oh your goodness. That feels like that's the kind of death in like TV shows and such where the people just like slowly turn to sloth. Oh dear goodness. You did well. The strict security made getting here a lot more work than I expected. You really meant what you said about destroying the sea's light? Is that even possible? You doubt me? Surely this castle has helped you realize the truth you knew was a lie. You may have, but still. Geist, what do you expect to gain? Rewrite this code immediately. You think I'll listen to your griping now? Don't bore me, Dianthus. That's a very big hole. I have no time to deal with you or your friends. I must go to welcome the true world with my own eyes. Oi! Get back here. There must be something in here that will stop that apoptosis order. It's impossible. Geist has locked authority to himself. Can't stop the world from dying unless we destroy him first. I'm good at breaking things. I can do that. Won't give up until we stop him. Scene got me off for a few seconds because I forgot that he was with us. Just simply because he's not a normal member of the party. Well, you followed me all the way here. Worry not. The view from here of this false world's demise will be exquisite. Then we can observe the birth of the true world. Geist, what is this true world you speak of? What will it solve? What? That information isn't stored in your collective consciousness? Why not try thinking for yourself, Dianthus? There's a fire vehicle or emergency vehicle going. It's coming outside. Apologies for if the siren got picked up. That was a very loud siren. Not that I believe you would understand my true intentions regarding this. I had some hope for that scientist girl, but perhaps I misaligned my expectations. Why are you so surprised? Still, it must be said. You came this far without being swallowed up by that false world. I recognize your determination. But if you intend to get in the way of my plan, then I'll put an end to your struggle here. The seas light are about to shatter. Behold the true star. That looks awesome. We get a fancy cutscene. The seas light. It's just like what happened before. No, this is only the beginning. You mean something far worse is going to happen? No point questioning it now. Let's just fling this asshole off our planet and put a stop to it. Oh, Baraka. I love your plan. Ugh, couldn't have said it better myself. You have to stop Geist. Omen. It's time to end this. I have a feeling I'm going to get beat senseless by that sword despite the fact that I'm now level 50. Oh. Geist is significantly less threatening now. Oh. But then again, I actually kind of would have been surprised if he was still just going to cause me a untold amount of pain and such.
The enemy is weakened.
And we looked at the first one. Oh, he knocked me away. Oh, darn it. That's gonna... Yep, that hurt. Ow. Yep.
You have my gratitude.
That really hurts. Okay, let's try some magic. You're weak to any magic? You're weak to ice magic. That's useful information. What about lightning? Nope. Whoa! You can teleport. That is very important information to know, and I'm running the wrong direction. Aha! So escaped it. I'm actually quite glad that while I can't say that this is actually like a threat to me, it is still a nice difficulty as far as where I care about difficulty. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ow. Ow. Oh, that was him getting a break inflict. I was like, did you just inflict a break on me? I didn't know that could happen. Oh. Oh. We actually just finished him with that attack. Awesome. So it wasn't all hollow threats. Then you had made me feel so confident my plan would succeed. What's that supposed to mean? Omen, why did you come all this way? You're a shut-in, just trying to make ends meet. You could have chosen a peaceful life. I feel like you're making a personal attack on me. Living out your simple days until your senses eventually fail you and you slowly tumble towards death. Humans are creatures of habit, after all. And yet here we are. We came this far, all to resolve... Oh, dear goodness. Yeah, apologies, I started to yawn there. And yet here we are. We came this far, all to resolve the issues with the Sea's Light and Quietus. Why do you fight so hard? I don't want the world to end. That's why I'm fighting. Nonetheless, it was not a short road to get to this point. You have been shaken free of that fragile illusion of peace the Seaslight have given you until now. Unless the planet is filled with humans like you, there will be no saving it. Geist, enough. Ah, Dianthus. The reason I wanted to destroy the Seaslight was all for them. To give the humans of the star a proper death and progress this stagnating civilization. What civilization would be left to progress once you destroyed all life on this planet? With the Seaslight destroyed, life on the star would end. That is true, but not all life. The superior would survive and overcome adversity, creating a new civilization. The superior race, I don't like where this is going. I kind of expected Geist would go here, but I don't like where this is going. Creating a new civilization, the superior race of humanity would achieve the progress it deserves. Without calling forth true destruction and your proper death, there can be no future. There's a limit to your cruelty, Geist. Plunging the star into such danger will resolve nothing. Quiet, Dianthus. Was it not us who led the star down this road to oblivion? Scattering the monolites and all its trivial conveniences, we stole the human's ability to reason, as well as a means of resolving that dead-end road we put them on. And for this fight, I will fight to save my world and atone for our sins. Atone? If you have good reason to stop me, then I will fight you to the end. But forcing the star into crisis is the only option we have left. I will make this star shining brightest among them all, and for the sake of that future, I will destroy it. You want a reason? Reason to fight? We fight because innocent people will die otherwise. Why can't you understand? Is this the consequence of stealing your ability to reason? You must understand, surely. A girl who calls herself a scientist. You underestimate me. No matter how much danger the star is in, or what depressing circumstances, we cannot sacrifice the lives of so many. Do you truly believe that is a noble or proper death? Then science? No, then the human heart has failed. That is what it means to be a scientist, to keep fighting for a better future. Geist, your path and ours do not meet. Very well. What's happening? Geist is flying away, apparently. These lights, the great effulgence. That's a word I can't recall ever having seen before. Great effulgence of death, lend me your strength. That doesn't look good for my health in particular. The Seaslight. Omen. I will gift humanity the death of my own design. If you refuse, then prove to me your determination alone is enough to end my life.
Humanity. All you have to do.
This is where I'm about to get beat senseless, isn't it? Ow. That...
I suggest reporting a break.
His sword became a gun.
What's wrong?
Is that fair?
Show me the brilliance of your
Wait a second. My sword can become a gun. I have no room to complain. Oh, ow. That hurt. Oh, that's... Oh boy. That's gonna be an interesting thing to try and dodge. Could you kindly stop with the just constantly making yourself invincible for a period of time? It's making it very hard to do anything meaningful. You have to say that the attack patterns are really interesting outside of like the nuisance of him just like repeatedly making himself invincible. He's just gonna do anything he does. This form is weak to physical and to earth damage, it looks like. Excuse me? What's going on? This doesn't look good.
Their next attack is big!
Guys, hurry up and destroy the wormholes. I don't think this is a thing that we want to let him finish. Oh, dear goodness. I'm hoping that this is just something that will actually let us... Ooh. Okay. That was very, very bad for my health. I should not be standing in that now. And does this door have any additional, like, usefulness? I've got round hazard. Oh, never mind, they're gone. What? Where did you... You went and brought more portals back. I don't approve.
Target is gathering energy. We must act
You
accordingly.
guys maybe go try and deal with the other ones? There's additional attacks being made against us. I don't like that. Oh, I'm a lot lower on health than I thought I was. Ow. I was trying to think if there might be a way to dodge that, and I honestly kind of don't think that there is. I'm pretty sure that there actually is. I just haven't taken through what it would be. Ow. Stand. I stood in that not once. Twice. Oh. Mage is dangerous for me to see because I'm prone to stopping and standing. Actually, now that I think about pretty much all of these except for Lancer having to just stop and stand still for the attacks. Huh. That's very bad for my health. But I won anyway. No, this can't be. Geist, it's over. Your shell is no longer capable of controlling the Genesis core. Nivalis, can you hear me? The situation has been resolved. Override the star's apoptosis. That word's difficult for me to say every time it shows up. At least it's not effulgence, dear goodness. Are the seas like calming down? Looks like it. We were just in time. Correct. This is humanity's answer. Omen. I never believed I would witness anyone capable of destroying what I had planned. Such ability must still hide within the humans of this star. With such willpower, perhaps the star can avoid its fate. Perhaps you have come to the same conclusion. Now you must fight on your own. I will give you this. I received Geist's memory chip. Go to the coordinates hidden in this chip. That girl will know how to use it. Where do the coordinates lead? To Lost Gaia. Beginning of everything. To Lost Gaia? Correct. You want to know the source of Quietus. It lies there. What does that mean? Omen, be for yourself and keep pushing on. You fought and denied my efforts in order to save this world. Now show me you can. my meme has infected you. I suppose that I could have maybe tried to think of a joke for that line. But that is like an biology or psychology, I can't remember, but it is like an actual scientific term that has been kind of just absorbed by the internet for another thing now. So, crisis averted. It's okay to think that, right? I don't see why not, although I feel like there's a new problem on our plate. For now, please excuse me. I'd like to go and check all is okay at the capital. Yes, good point. As interested as I am in that chip, it can wait for another day. I'd like to make sure everyone in Shatola is okay too. In that case, let's all go our separate ways from here, and I'll take a deeper look into this chip. Does that sound okay with you, Dianthus? Of course. It is yours to analyze. Ready to go, Omen? Yep. Oh. I remember the first time I was doing that, I thought that was the final boss. And like the game makes you feel like that was like the final boss, and you're going into an epilogue. It's like now you've got Cress and the mayor here, and you're heading back to your farm and everything. It feels like an epilogue, but this isn't the epilogue. Omen, Arya, glad to see you both made it back safe and sound. What's all the fuss about? Fuss? We all saw the seas like glowing like crazy again, and I bet you two had something to do with it, didn't you? Honestly, you're gonna drive me into an early grave worrying about you. Was left okay. It certainly caused a stir, but fortunately nothing major happened. That was quite the phenomena, but I'm not going to ask the details. I know there's a lot we're better off not knowing. Nonetheless, I can feel in my bones that you two went to great trouble saving us from something terrible. On behalf of everyone in the village, allow me to express our deepest gratitude. Thank you. I know that the various omens have like said that things are being kept secret, but I wonder to what extent that secret is, because they've talked about getting help from humans in the past. So the question is, how much help from the humans do they get, and how many humans kind of like know the full extent of stuff? Like, I doubt any of them really know as much as like our party does now, but I feel like there's probably a number of humans, like maybe the mayor, who have a much deeper understanding of like things that are going on behind the scenes. I don't know about you, but I'm beat. Could do with a good night's sleep after all that. Sleep well. I'll take a look at the memory chip tomorrow. By the way, I have some idea of what I need to do with it. And this reminds me, I went and got something more up here, and I think this is the new statue. I think this is for fighting fears, but I'm not 100% certain. This is friendships with the animals. This is upgrading the Totokaku. This is fairy orders. So yeah, that one should be fears, I believe. And it is only 5 p.m.
You did it!
in game. Well, almost 6 p.m. We got level 3 flour mill and a level 3 fermenting barrel. I should see about upgrading my weapons again. Think about it. I should see about what... Ooh, I can get the reduced magic damage that I want from that. And I didn't get enough to do anything that I wanted with that. Let's actually take a quick look at these, and I can't tell exactly what the passive is for that one. We've already got I need to take into consideration what ones I have the ability to actually progress. Let's go check and see stuff here. So Crest is max, Emmo's max, Hein. So Baraka we only have 4 of the 6 we need. Rika we only have 4 of the 6 we need. And is there... Oh, this is a better way to go and actually see the friendship stuff we have with people or whatever. Why did it never occur to me to actually, like, go and check this? Huh. It legitimately never occurred to me to go and check the party thing. I don't think I've actually done that before. Huh. Temporarily weakens the attack power. Increases the price physical and magic attack. Causes poison damage. Briefly lowers the enemy's physical and magic defense. Increases the party's physical and magic defense. More effective against enemies with status ailments. Temporarily increases the enemy's break fill rate. None. None. Okay, Dianthus. Oh. So, with that, I'm thinking maybe working on upgrading the Woglins one next. It looks like I would get magic attack or magic defenses for it. So we'll go put that in as our option to temporarily replace mage. Because I can't remember if I'm forgetting anything now. We're not at the point where I have to worry about not being able to, like, go and see more of the little camp things, just simply because I remember specifically that the game is so kind as to actually go and let us know about that in advance. And I'm going to go put these two in my party, and we're going to go run into a random dungeon, and we're going to eat the spicy or the meat with spicy argent sauce added thing, because I want to see the conversation that arises from that. It is kind of disappointing that there is a point in the game where you just stop being able to see those, though. Well, I can't use that anymore today. Well, that's rude. I wanted to sit down and have another meal with my party, but whatever, I guess.
Welcome home.
It is nice and dark now. And is there... I hate that at the back of my mind I can feel that I have forgotten something. I have absolutely no idea what the heck it is that I have forgotten. It just occurred to me that I did not use the Soma potion yet, and there would have been so many times when it would have been useful to go and use that. Dear goodness. Why did I not ever think about using that? Well, no matter. Time to sleep and progress things. Midnight. So here you were, Dianthus. Were you able to confirm the information on the girl that Geist captured? Yes, I synchronized with the Gestalt sphere. It did not recognize her as a girl of reason. Then that leaves the question, what is to be found at the lost Gaia coordinates that Geist left behind? If it leads the girl to the truth, then we might be able to proceed with the future we envisioned. Agreed. We found more, although this is still under investigation. Geist's Verglis sector showed traces of independent research that he had engaged in. Perhaps opening that door will provide us with more information. Geist was doing research in secrets? Apparently so. I will continue running cryptanalysis on the doors locked and let you know once I find anything. Very good. Ooh, we almost leveled up. That would have been nice. We're so close to level 50. I'm excited to hit level 50. Think about level 50. I think I'm going to go try and pick a fight with that thing. Arya left a letter. Come to the northern plains once you're done with the farm work, Arya. And I think that this is admittedly the point at which, if I go and do that, it would be the point of no return. For being able to, like, sit down and do breaks with the party. Castle Lewis News. Victory against the Omens. Greetings, citizens. We are pleased to announce that we, the Kingdom Brigade, have defeated the Omens in battle. During the final battle, an illumination in the Seaslight was confirmed in each area of the kingdom. This is a testament to the great protection that the Seaslight granted us in our final battle. Please rest assured that we will remain undefeated for as long as the Seaslight continue to shine in our favor. Castle Lewis Intelligence Division. I'll be perfectly honest, I need to refigure out how to set my microphone to sound like an old, like, 1920s newscaster microphone, because I want to do that whenever I'm reading one of those off. But I think that actually might be the last one anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. I request the assistance of my retainer. Have you been well? It's your Master Unicorn. This sudden letter may come as a surprise, or some surprise, but there is good reason behind it. You see, I have some business at Castle Lewis, or rather the Castle of Illusion, and request the assistance of my loyal retainer. I trust you will oblige, seeing it is the duty of a retainer to obey their lord. I await you in front of the castle. Yours truly, Unicorn. I love foreshadowing in newspapers. Is it foreshadowing in newspaper? Actually, no, this doesn't feel right to be like a sense of foreshadowing, but maybe it is. I have something I wish to discuss with you. It is a problem that I cannot solve on my own, and so I require the assistance of an able such as yourself. I will be awaiting aboard the airship. Please come and see me if you can make the time. And there's no further letters. But yeah, it's always nice when games like actually do decent foreshadowing with stuff.
Let's give it our all today.
But I'm also overly used to games anymore having foreshadowing that has all the subtlety of a brick through a glass window. Like, they want you to know that it is foreshadowing, and they want you to see that they are oh so clever to have included foreshadowing for this particular event, which you now know exactly is going to happen. And I hate that kind of foreshadowing, because it's boring. Like, it makes... When the foreshadowing is good, you can look at it and go, yeah, that's foreshadowing something, but it's not, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is. Or it's there and then you do something and then you like go back and look at it and you're like, oh wow, that was foreshadowing this. And I am actually not going to go and consume anything there because it has occurred to me that I can go pick some fights with some things in the Castle of Illusion to level stuff up, and then I can go in the oh, conversation I wasn't expecting. Anthus, you're here just in time. Nivalis, the Castle of Illusion appears to be in turmoil. Indeed. Some of our comrades' logic centers have been corrupted as a result of the uproar Geist caused. They have disconnected from the collective and are working with the Ables to oppose you. They're working with the Ables? I see. Those who avoided corruption, myself included, We're doing what we can to deal with those comrades, but sorry I wasn't here to help. That Geist has left a horrible mess for us to clean up after. And the worst part is, you and I are also susceptible. Of course I can't say that word. Why would I be able to say that word? Susceptible to corruption. It seems best to keep an eye on the affected individuals before deciding on their complete elimination. So for the time being, we are to expect more fighting inside the castle? Yes, I would think so. Did you hear that, Omen? You can assume that anyone who attacks us within the castle has had their logic circuits corrupted. Don't hesitate to fight if you meet them. Good, because I was already planning to fight. I apologize for the trouble. Well then, I'll return to subduing the corrupted individuals. Take care of yourself, Dianthus. And you too, Nivalis. Now that that's my pretty noise, yes, I had 8 seconds of telegraph that you know it's entire. Yes, that is such an annoying thing, and the thing that always gets me with stuff that ends up being super telegraphed is it always is something where you can feel like the story writer like going, ah yeah, I'm so smart that I went and did this. And it's like, no, it's like, while some of it is kind of clever occasionally, half the time it just feels like not bad writing, but also definitely not good writing either. And how many points does this have? That has 1,500 out of the... I forgot to go check how much I actually need. 1,500 out of the 2,500 I need? No, the 2,200 I need. That's going to be a short bit of ways, unfortunately. I should have saved my ultimate for use in the future, it seems. I completely forgot that this was helping. These guys are only level 34. I don't think I can actually reasonably use them to train the different jobs anymore. I think they all provide too little points now, so that will be something I just have to come back to later, I think. Go pick a fight in a tougher area. But let's go take a break and enjoy this with our party. What?
That was a good rest.
You didn't get any... Oh, I'm actually kind of sad that we didn't go and get like a little special scene. Well, whatever, I guess. Not like I wanted to be a thing talking about spicy food again. Fine. The game's telling me to just progress on.
Take it easy.
Didn't show me any nice scene. I get the hint, game will go progress the story. Oh. Okay, so we need to go. Oh dear goodness, what would you even call that thing that already arrived in? A ship? Doesn't feel like a ship. And you know what? I can go make feed for these guys, but I have the money that I'm just gonna go ahead and throw money at getting more feed for now.
Oh, yes, I'm not the...
And what can I do for grades? Actually, this is kind of making me think, what is the maximum upgrade for any of this particular stuff, I wonder?
Cheers.
I'm almost tempted to go check my other save and see just how far I had upgraded stuff in that save. Ah, so you found my letter. Oh, everybody's here. Is this some kind of surprise party? Did you forget? You're here to see what is in that memory chip Geist left behind. Fairy asked me and Emo to come here not long ago. Same. My poor wings are so tired. Arya treats us fairies with such cruelty. Yes, yes, you still get your Pico apple when we're done. I better. You promised, remember? I'll see you later, Elman. I've still got work to do at the farm. What work do any of you fairies actually do? That is like a legitimate question of mine. Like, other than opening up the new biomes, what work have you guys actually done? Because it's like, as far as I know, they don't go and like automatically harvest anything for you. They don't water anything automatically for you. The watering has to, automatic watering is done through like sprinklers. So and then the stones don't just get broken automatically. I legitimately don't know that the fairies actually directly do any work on the farm other than fly about talking about working on the farm. So what's inside that memory chip? Good question. I have a general idea how this thing works, but I'm not an expert. Danthus might know more. Would you mind sharing your knowledge? Apologies. Even now, we're restricted by severe information controls. The Castle of Illusion is in a state of upheaval following Geist's attack. I was barely given permission to join you. You mean to say... or wait, you mean to monitor us? Just say how it really is. And that is not the truth of it. Information within Geist's memory chip is of great value to us as well. However, we decided there was more value in guaranteeing your safety on whatever path you take. Another part of your mysterious Prime Directive. Not that we have any idea what that actually entails. Though I suppose you still can't divulge any details either. I'm afraid not. Does it matter? We could use their help in a pinch. We're gonna find out for ourselves anyway once we learn how to use this memory chip. So, how do we use it? I remember seeing a terminal on this crystal-looking thing that we probably insert this into. That's... oh, that's oh so useful. Oh, here it is. Look. If I just do this... hey! The door's open! Yeah, so exactly. Open sesame. Okay, let's see what's inside. What is inside? Crystal interior. It's pitch black, just like before. Is this the crystal you arrived in, Arya? And that would mean this is a... found the power. Oh. This is special looking. I've never seen anything like this. It doesn't even look real. It's like a ship. Isn't that obvious? And if Arya arrived in this thing, then that would make it a time machine. A time machine? A ship that can cross time itself. So it really does exist. How marvelous. This was made in Arya's time? It couldn't have been. Even I've never seen a real time machine. That's not to say we never theorized it. But it wasn't something we were able to realize. That's why I always assumed my arrival was the result of a time disaster, or something along those lines. Arya, I found a hole here like the one before. Nice find. Let's see what happens if we use the memory chip again. That's a lot of lights and a lot of things that mean nothing to me. Territory shift program activated. Coordinates confirmed. Location not found in database. Environment unknown. Unable to confirm survivability. Please read life support policy and acknowledge. I have a feeling that that policy basically says we're not responsible for you being an idiot. Are you sure you don't want to give that a thorough read? We don't have the time. Acknowledgement confirmed. Please use console once preparations are complete. Wait, what was that part about survivability? Yeah. Aria. Oh, the sad part is I know at least 2 people who work in the scientific field who have just about as much self-preservation sense as Aria does. Like, if you told them that there was a shiny rock next to lava and it was something they wanted to study, they would freaking, like, throw wood boards across the top of the lava to try and get to it. That's their kind of sense of... That's their level of sense of self-preservation. So depending on the lava, the wood boards might last for a short bit, because there are, if I remember right, there are certain types of lavas where you can kind of like build things to go on top of them temporarily. Like, they'll get messed up and such eventually, but they can be used temporarily. Anthus, is this really okay? Tell us that much, right? Even I have no knowledge of what awaits on the other side. I can provide you no sight. So only the robot has a chance of survival is what you're saying. Got it. We'll be fine. There's always a... Aria here with 0 self-preservation instincts. Oh. Once again, like the scientists I know in real life. Zero self-preservation instincts. Okay, Omen. Push that switch whenever you're ready. So you want me to doom everybody? Okay. Let's gamble on my luck, I guess. Pardon? You're our fearless leader. Everyone's just following your lead. You don't seem like any of it. When did I become the leader? Let's kind of talk with people and see if they have anything special to say. Kind of reminds me of the Castle of Illusion in here. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Let's get a move on. How exhilarating. We're about to venture to an unknown world. Don't know what that button does. Could blow everything up for all we know. Ah, Baraka, the voice of reason. Thank you. Everybody else is like, hey, let's do this. And Baraka's here like, we're all gonna die, you're idiots. Why am I here? There's something strange about this place. Now, go on. Brock is really the only person with like a shred of self-preservation. He's just like, you're all idiots and I'm gonna die with you. And press the switch. Oh. Departure confirmed. Territory shift sequence engaged. Extreme turbulence expected. Passengers should take caution. Yep, we're gonna die. Oh. And like that, we're erased from existence. It's been a good run, everybody. Oh. Well, doesn't this just look absolutely wonderful? Oh. Well, I guess if anybody has a fear of hospitals, leave now. Curiouser and curiouser. I'm going to have to fix you up proper, huh? controller's having issues. Apologies. I'm not sure if our manual will be of any use on your kind, so I brought these super. That has me concerned for. This is one of those two courses of actions. Am I really a robot? Or do you guys just only have manuals on robots and you're going to try and use a manual for a robot on a human? Well, we'll find out. Does talking to you help even if you're unconscious? Well, that's not the book I was expecting to see. Oh dear, how do you reboot a human that might be unconscious? Hey, that Seth Danthus is calling for you. She says she has a question about the sky whale. Again? Can't they just relax a sec? I hate how they're being so pushy. I'm not even any good at handling the sky whale anyway. Its mouth is majorly creepy. Look, I'm just passing on the message. Alrighty. Your pal's calling for me. I'll be right back, okay? Don't go anywhere. I love the way these guys look. They look awesome. Seriously, they appear out of nowhere and start bossing us around like they own the place. That guy's was also. Well, this is the first time a video game has ever made me feel like a broken bitch. I'll be perfectly honest. This isn't the first time a video game has made me have that sort of feeling. There's been a number of games where I've played and it's like, I feel old and decrepit now. Thank you, game. Even when I was a kid, there was a couple that were like that. It's nice to meet you. Or should I say, welcome back. I'm sorry for taking so long to get here. You arrived much sooner than I expected. But it's fine. It's time to wake up, Omen. I'd like you to go back to where you belong. And where exactly is that, floating fairy? See, that's the person I would consider a great fairy. And they're gone. Freaking taking stealth lessons from Batman over here. We've looked away, and they're gone. Oh darn, I was really hoping that one Omen would be standing outside the door and get all angry that I went and moved. That looks so cool. Abandoned Eden. What's this? You're awake? It's good to see you up and about. Never thought I'd ever see human beings here. Life here may be slow, but it stretches on for quite some time. Who are you? I am me. The I that I consciously refer to as me. This is Abandoned Eden, the failed paradise. Rather, the deserted paradise. By the by, should you be slacking off? Your friends are already working hard to open the partition. Why don't you go look for them? And I see a tavern. So of course I want to run to the tavern first because that is infinitely more important as far as I'm concerned. Borogov. I am Borogov, and I have a favor to ask. I want to know more about the food humans eat. But there's no way to make human food here in Eden. You wouldn't mind making some and bringing it for me to try, would you? I'll repay you for your efforts, of course. Anywho, I look forward to seeing what you bring. Venin clam miso soup, salmon rice balls, premium tuna sushi, curry rice. I can make curry rice. Oh, that's That's right up there at the top of my list of things to make. Nikujaga, pure medicinal porridge, melting chocolate fondant, forbidden apple pie, and bunny buns. Oh, I'll be right here. So if you make any food, then please bring it to me. So that means that you there, my good shopkeeper friend, probably... This is just Xenoblade, but things aren't broken and... Oh, but... Wait, but things aren't broken. I would like to make an argument that things are very much broken. Like, to a certain degree, I feel like the people of Xenoblade actually probably have it better off, which is a weird thing to think about. I really do feel like the people I'm getting tongue-tied. I really do feel like for the various factions and people in the world of Xenoblade, they have it better off than the people of Harvestella. Magic words to open a closed door. Do not make the same choice. Magic words to open a closed door. 2 is odd, 3 is even. Magic words to open a closed door. It begins from 0. So 0, 3, 2? Maybe? I don't know.
How do you do, humans?
Black and white flowers bloom here. Oh, question time. Which do you think lives longer? The answer is whichever one adapts to nature. Huh? You mean you don't understand evolutionary theory? Who was it that said evolution is a process of weeding out the weak? If survival is a natural phenomenon, there must be some deeper meaning behind why we're still here. How did humans deal with this sense of emptiness? Was their dulling intelligence a coping mechanism? However they did it, a life without worthless... I feel like I just got insulted by a robot. Are you three the three who should really be messing around with technology? Like, you three are explicitly the ones I feel like should not be messing around with stuff unsupervised. Where's Baraka? You know what? This is probably Arya's idea. Next I should move this. Is that right? I think so. I'm having some trouble with how complex... You're all gonna die. Oh, they're just gonna casually touch a self-destruct button or wire or something wrong and we're all gonna die as life support ends. Hey, you over there. Stop staring and lend us a hand, won't you? No can do, sis. You want to go outside, then it's up to you to figure out how. You should be grateful that I'm even giving you instructions. Oh, it's good to know that these robots are just as useless as the ones outside. Fine. Emma, would you mind? I'm terrible at these kind of things. Oh, sure. Oh, how curious. Omen, you came at just the right time. Why? What's happening? What have you broken? Looks like we have some awkward hoops to jump through if we want to leave this abandoned Eden. Would you mind taking something to Dianthus for me? Here you are. Thanks. The strange part. I'd like you to ask Dianthus and the others what it is. We're a bit too busy to do it ourselves, you see. Oh. I knew I couldn't trust them alone. Oh. Oh, what happened? feels like there's an invisible stinky jellyfish, maybe. And he's gonna go touch it too, isn't he? Mika, the heck is this thing? Is there some kind of monster I can't see? What's with you two? You're being so melodramatic. Why would there be a monster here? Ow. Very well. That's how you want to do things. Rika? You can't. We'll be locked in here for good, remember? And I'll bring the whole damn wall down. Rika, don't do this. Oh, as I was saying, those three are specifically the three I wouldn't have left unsupervised. Valuable casket record middle. I have a feeling I should be concerned about the sudden possession of a casket record. Oh dear goodness, I can't go that way just yet. Oh, that seems to be the way out of here based off this map. And that requires me to repair it, so that will take a short while because I'll have to go buy the level 2 repair kit. And I just spent all my money on things related to food instead. That is... Oh. Oh. Two of the people that I feel like... Actually, you know what? No. Baraka does need to be here to monitor Hein. Because Hein is more dangerous left unattended than those other three are. They're all just working in silence. Cut the tension with a knife. Is there any reason you two don't lend me a hand? I'm busy counting the marks on the wall. You're doing the wall? I was checking the ceiling. Well, what are you two talking about? Sometimes mercenaries have to take it slow and wait for their opportunity to strike. Learn pretty quickly that you need to achieve a zen-like state if you want to pass the time quickly. Or to put it more appropriate terms, you're killing time. Is that right? God in the act. Come on now. Enough games. You know as well as I do that there isn't a single speck of dirt on that wall. You're right. These walls suck. Agreed. I should have kicked up more of a fuss when we were deciding teams. That's on you. A mercenary brain like mine is best used for fighting, not annoying finicky stuff like that. It would only slow you down, honestly. What a sad thing to say. Ruminate on that just a moment. No thank you. What's this? You're awake, huh? Goodness, I feared my heart might stop from such exciting conversation. I'm sorry to interrupt. It doesn't matter now. Could you lend me a hand? There's something I want you to take to Dianthus. It's rather delicate, definitely not something I can trust with either of these two to handle. That's completely fair. And I received another strange part. Thanks in advance. Estina? What about that? It'd be worth counting. Don't think it will be too hard. Bizarre. It's like someone's eyes are burrowing into the back of my head. Counting it. They're counting Hein's hair, aren't they? Oh. Well, I guess do what you have to entertain yourself. This is empty. There is a lot of empty... Actually, you know what? It makes perfect sense for all of these rooms to be as empty as they are. Now that I think about it, do these omen here even have to sleep? That's Oh, I can't save yet. Nice, wonderful. But, that was a question that I hadn't even thought about. Huh. Do the omen have to sleep? I think Dianthus might have said something about that at some point, but I'm not 100% certain. Alright, Arya. Would you mind handling that equipment over there? Sure, no problem. You know what? Dianthus should have been the one going and no, Arya needs observation as well. Yeah, no, actually, with me unconscious, those three being left on their own actually is probably the safest thing. Not necessarily a good thing, but probably the safest thing. Say, Dianthus, how much do you know about who I am? Why do you ask? Well, then perhaps that would make you the Harbinger. Geist. He had a lot to say. He was one of you at some point, right? So I thought, if you want to know exactly what it is you are, then you will likely find your answer up ahead. It is something for you, or it is something you need to witness for yourself. That is all I can say on the matter. But... And I've arrived to interrupt this very important conversation. Oh, Omen. You were asleep for a while. We're already almost finished. What happened while I was out? We were trying to get out of this abandoned Eden. We had to split up to work on getting that partition opened. It also sounds like Geist was here at some point too, and was able to get out the same way. But I don't think following his lead is the best way to go about this. Still, we had to stop whatever he had planned before we really got to know his true intentions. That's why it's our responsibility to understand him. Agreed. What are you holding, Owen? Stuff I was given to hand over. Fragile and important bits, I'm assuming. We were asked to bring these, and if I install them here, maybe... Either everything's gonna work or everything's gonna explode. The toss of the coin. I think that should do it. Let's call everyone back here. You really wish to leave? Oh, give me a break. I already told you guys why. I'm only making sure. Geist ventured out of this place the same way you are about to now, and returned a shadow of his former self. Like he was a completely different being. Do you still wish to go? Well, we can't turn back now. If that is your answer, then very well. Jabberwocky, go with them, please. You want to go outside, right? Now's your chance. Alright. Nice to meet you. I'll open the partition. That name sounds familiar and important from other media, and I'm trying to remember. Like, I think it's mentioned in the Alice in Wonderland book, but I think it's also mentioned in something else. And I can't particularly recall. And the Lhasa Junction. This is what Geist saw? Must have been. So he really found the coordinates to Lost Gaia. This place... Do you recognize something, Arya? No, nothing. Dianthus wants to say something, but can't. Let's continue. There are more places you must see waiting for us. Maria and Diantha both. Yeah, break time conversations were not happening anymore. So I guess it didn't actually warn us in advance like I remember it doing. Oh well. But yep, we've made some level of progress with things. And
Take care out there.
we've got a new area to go and explore. I'm gonna go throw the feed in here, but I'm gonna say we're pretty much done with this episode. One, because I am approaching the hour and a half mark for streaming, and I don't want to wear my voice out again by doing a bunch of streaming or recording, so I'm gonna kind of start transitioning things over here. But the other reason is just that we're gonna start getting a lot of story stuff, and I'm wanting to kind of break it up so that there isn't just so much happening in a single episode. I also want to just do some like planting and gardening off stream. But thank you so very much for everyone who tuned in and watched. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed the content I make, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful day or night depending on when you're watching this, and I hope to see you in a future video or stream. I do not at this time know if I will be trying to do something on Valentine's Day, which is, I believe, a Wednesday, but I was thinking that I might try and do a Harvestella episode focusing on the companions again. But once again, thank you so very much for tuning